Alright, we should be live now. So, good evening and welcome. Heavy metal has just dropped, so we're going to see if we can come across some of these new mechs in the wild. And we've got a 5-skull recovery mission, which looks like a good opportunity to run into some of the new mechs. So, let's cross things that can be crossed and give it a go. Yeah, so we've got some reasonable headhunting options here, I think. We'll run out with the same crew. So I'm sure Mitch and the guys at HBS are celebrating the release. So here's to you. Let's hope it doesn't bug out and kill my career, eh, guys? Okay, well, we can begin a mission. That's a good sign.
Command interface initiated.
So there's a couple new maps that came out with 1.8. I don't know if this is one of them. Might be. Okay, that's the facility our employees described. If it's not just a fairy tale, the memory core will be in there. Move up so we can see what kind of firepower we're up against. I think I recognize this map, so it's not entirely new. We have just the one site to go to, so there's only going to be one defending lance. And we pretty much have one route down there without jump jets, which is this kind of ramp here. No cover, pretty nasty. So we want to be a little bit cautious. But I doubt we'll run into any of the enemy early on.
On my way.
So this is our way down, so yeah, we can get line of sight. This is Riptide. Probably don't want you at the front. Neck can't quite make it all the way. Let's get you here, say. There we go. What have we got? 90 tons, 100 tons. Okay. Let's get Medusa. Can't quite get all the way, so we get to here. The short Riptide, you can go up here. And 85 tons. Duke can go here. See what they got. Okay, so we move here, we're in cover, and we can see whatever that is. Ah, it's an Atlas. Not an Annihilator. And they've got a Highlander down there. Alright. And we take the head off this Atlas. They're guarded, so probably not. We have to be pretty lucky. Oh, especially as the SRMs aren't in range. We can soften the head up, though. Like that. Okay. Maybe we can take the head off in one go. Better to be lucky than good.
Do the math, Chief. One less target.
So I don't have anyone else going. Medusa, can you gift somewhere where you can shoot the Highlander? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's reposition you then.
Copy that.
Angle for a shot next time.
Right here.
Riptide, we're just going to move and then brace.
On the move.
There's a stalker down there. And that stalker's got... It's not uncover, it's only got 40% damage reduction. So Duke from here and soften him up a bit.
Who wants some of this, huh?
Okay, someone moving out there that I don't have on sensors, it looks like. Highlander is
Orders?
guarded. And I can't shoot it with Ek from there. Okay, if I move out here, I can. So let's do that.
On my way.
And the SRMs can hit now, so let's see if we can be ridiculously lucky twice.
Welcome to my Alpha strike.
Okay. Oh, well, we did tag him twice, but he's still got some structure left. Okay, well, that stalker's now got no damage reduction, so that's making quite a tempting target. But I do want 3 parts from it, so I might try and headshot it next turn. And we'll just dump some LRMs in on this Highlander. It's not really troubling us with the return fire. Didn't even manage to knock a ton of armor off Ek.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, so Medusa, we can line up a shot from here. Not enough resolve for a precision strike, so...
Firing on target.
Okay, we don't randomly tag the head.
Commander.
Yeah, Riptide, I think I just need to keep moving and we will just tank shots for the moment.
Damn. Let's do this.
Oh, my gas rifle's a difference. What's happened there?
Sensor trace here.
Okay. Couple of PPCs.
So far, so good.
How heavy is that? 95 ton. So that's just going to be a Banshee. What's the deal with the Gauss rifles now? Find out when we get to use them again.
I'm here.
Let's see. Actually, he's going to have to just brace this turn.
Standing by.
It's reserved with Duke as well.
Holding for the right opportunity.
Who's that stalker going in on? Riptide, that's okay. Just taking those hits like a champ. Alright. Even in the water, that stalker's redlining.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see. We've got enough for 2 precision strikes here. Try for the Highlander. Oh, except you can't see it. You have to move. That would do.
I'm walking here.
So we can't fire the large lasers. If we take 2 off, that's okay. And it's like any of the SRMs land, that Highlander's done.
The shot.
There we go. Got through one of the AC5s,
Farewell, sweet prince.
and so that gives us 44. Have they changed the... I don't think they changed the tooltip. The same, just looks maybe a slightly different font, or maybe I'm just imagining it because it's a shiny new world that we're in. So, can't get the Stalker with Medusa save with the AC-10s unless we walk up, which is a little risky. If we precision strike it, it's going in phase 1 next turn. See if we can get us those 3 Stalker parts. Not with the AC-10s, we can't. Oh, 2 left. 2 structure left on that head. Alright.
Ready for orders.
I think we're just cutting loose now. Let's move here. Alright, so what have we got? What's this 5 on the Gauss rifle? Oh, we inflict heat now. Why do Gauss rifle rounds impart heat? That seems odd. Oh well, doesn't really kind of change our decision any. Oh, we hit the head. Nice.
Hostile removed.
Orders.
So Duke, we can move up a little bit.
Got it.
We can't sense lock from here though, so we're just bracing.
It's go time.
Okay, so Riptide. If we just move, that's not enough. If we sprint, we don't get line of sight either. So we sprint to here.
Hey, let's see what this baby can do. I'm your spaniel. Receiving you. Heading out.
Receiving you.
Hey, I guess they're just waiting. Let's reserve, and we'll
Waiting for the shot.
see if Riptide can get eyes on him now. Yep, so let's vigilance first, and then sprint,
Full speed, no shooting.
and there's that Banshee. Okay, Medusa does have a shot now. See if anything lands up top.
Locked on target.
Nope. And Eck.
I'm receiving you. Roger that.
Okay, yep. Nothing hitting in the head there either.
What's up, boss?
Yeah, we can lob some LRMs at him for good measure. Okay, so Riptide. We'll move you in.
Position confirmed.
Vigilance. And yeah, let's let him have it from the side. Yeah, we clip the head from there.
Waiting for orders.
And Eck. Yeah, just keep pouring fire in. Maybe we'll take a turn off with
Watching
him.
my heat gauge slowly go down.
And Duke can pour some LRMs in. Okay, Banshee does really kind of lack that offensive firepower necessary to scare us. And we can get a shot on him from over here.
On my way. Locked on. That's it. Now it's showtime.
Oh, okay, but it can punch. That's not good. Even through the water. Oof, okay. Hits the arm. Breathe a sigh of relief. We didn't get Riptide killed with a punch to the cockpit. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
I think really now your main options are going to be to punch back, isn't it?
Putting my weight in.
So I think we crunch something there. And they're unsteady.
I live to serve.
And Ek moves somewhere where we can get a shot in. Yeah. Let's see, what are we looking at? I don't really need Banshee pieces.
Feel my wrath. That's a kill.
That'll do. So we weren't monstrously unlucky there.
Okay, I'm on it.
We've got the cargo.
Taking a
And we're done.
In hand, Commander. Good work.
All right. New mech sighted in the wild, 0. Let's see what we can do about seeing some more of them. So Atlas pieces, always good. Couple of Stalker pieces are good. That's a good autocannon as well. Let's finish a Stalker. A good RM20. Worth 350,000. Good SRM6. Arm mods. Targeting systems worth a crazy amount of money. What it is. And those are decent medium lasers. Yeah, let's just see what we get randomly otherwise. Another Highlander part. Banshee part. Got that cool RM20, so yeah, pretty good result. Alright, so we've got to look at some of the new heavy metal features. As soon as the Argo loads.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Alright, let's store that Stalker. And let's check out the mech bay. This is obviously one of the cool bits. So there's our Atlas. And we can kind of spin that around. It's great. And let's hit refit. So, Gauss rifles. So it uses electromagnetic charges to accelerate metallic rounds at extremely high speed. Great. They don't suffer recoil. And they explode if destroyed. Five ST. I mean, 40 stability is a lot of stability. I don't understand what the 5 ST is. If I dismount it, will the pop-up stay for longer? No. Okay, anyway, we can view the mech. And that's what we've got. Close up. Cool. Let's go camera 2. Nice. Camera 3. Yep, that's pretty cool looking. Person for scale up there. What about the patterns? Oh, I think there's only the one pattern for the we've got the Valhalla makeup here. Anyway, cool. Let's exit and discard all unsaved changes. That's fine. So I've got to work out what that 5ST on the Gauss rifle means. And that's our standard Atlas. Nice, and I think here we can, yeah, we can change the paint scheme pretty easily. Maybe I'm liking pattern 2 actually. Yeah, let's go with pattern 2. And then we've got the Combined Atlas, which is the SBA Atlas. I'm not entirely sure where that came from. I think the Atlases have all got the best available medium lasers, etc. Yep, that's pretty mean looking. It looks a bit like Thanos. And again, I think there's just the one pattern for this guy as he's unique. And let's have a look at our king crab. Yeah, that's pretty serious looking. That's not bad. I think I like the one I had though. Yeah, with the symbol on top. Yeah, let's stick with pattern 3. And yeah, I don't think we've found better AC5s. Or a better exchanger yet. Oh, what we might have found is better large lasers actually. Thinking about it, that might be better on the Command Atlas because the Command Atlas is frequently at longer range, whereas this King Crab gets to where the we've got 1 plus 10 damage and plus 3 accuracy. I think that's going to go on the Command Atlas. The King Crab often tries to get into range of the SRM2s, and at that point the large lasers are in kind of good range, whereas the Command Atlas needs the more accurate large lasers to be effective at the longest ranges. Yeah, so I'll dismount that and stick in the good one. Okay, the other thing is Starlink weapons got a buff, didn't they? So this is a medium pulse laser, it's 2 tons. 18 heat. Okay, so that's pretty cool now. That's a slightly buffed. It's more damage than a regular large laser for 2 tons, but it's shorter range. So that's actually quite usable, especially as it's only one slot. Like I might actually try and use that. I have to pull a heatsink to do it, but we could stick that in the center torso there, and our it's a bit more heat, but it's a lot more damage. So that's actually quite usable.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
I don't know about refitting anything else. I don't think I've got any other things to do. So let's look at one of the other new features in heavy metal, which is a better breakdown of the different shops available. So what does Battlefield do? Actuators and gyro upgrades, okay. An advanced Battlefield. Highest quality, okay, good. Chemicals, LRM, SRMs, and Infernos, okay. So I could acquire some Infernos, maybe. Okay, and the advanced is the best quality of that gear, I see. Electronics is lasers and TTS upgrades. Industrial. Okay, that's where you go for your heat banks and thermal exchanges. I could do with some of those. Mining. You could pick up Ultra ACs and LBX ACs, somewhere with mining, okay. Research. Okay, this is where you get your tag, coil, snub PPCs. And Star League. Okay. Advanced Star League. There's not many. And it's in Taurian space. New Vandenberg and the Taurians hate me. And that is in Magistracy space. And they hate me. And that's in Capellan space. And they hate me. So unfortunately, I have managed to get on the bad side of just about everyone who would sell me cool Star League gear. That is highly unfortunate. Never mind. So we could maybe try for research then. So I've got to go Davian. No, there's no Davian research, apparently. There's Marek stuff. The Oregons, they don't feel bad about me one way or the other. So if I can't get that, it would be chemicals, right? That's where you get the Inferno rack stuff. What can you get from Davian? Is it autocannons? Are they autocannons? Yeah, there's a few, right? Oh, there's the heat banks and thermal exchanges. So I do need that, and Bromhead's like a decent system to go to. I don't think I visited it yet. So going through it, I am going to hit a few systems I've not been to before. So let's have a look. Vard. Vard has a research tag, doesn't it? Yeah. And research is... Okay, yeah, so there's some cool stuff there, and there's a black market, I think, on Vard, right? So it's one hop, it's 15 days, a chance to look at some new tech. And we can do some contracts here as well. Let's give Vard a look on our way to, was it Bromhead? Sure, why not? Okay.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
So for future playthroughs, okay, oh, okay, Yang's just got some stuff. Hey Commander, the talk on Mercdad is that some hot new mechs and weapon systems fell off a cargo ship and are available to folks with the right connections. Well, I've got a connection. So give the word and a free crate of random new goodies will magically appear in our cargo hold. Or we could travel the straight and narrow, buying them in stores and salvaging them from the battlefield like normal. What do you say? Let's take the crate. I like presents. What do we get? Okay, so we've got a Vulcan. Just like a brand new battle mech. Nice. I've got to squeeze it in somehow, I think, to try out the its special stuff. We've got a couple of Ultra AC2s. I mean, they're not awful, are they? They're super long range. They do split the damage out. And they've got the recall penalty, an LBX2, and some... Okay, so so our heavy metal crate was not the most exciting thing in the world.
You wanted is back online.
Like a fire starter's good. I mean, yeah, let's just try it out. I think the I need the Jenners for their speed, because sometimes you, for the target acquisitions, you need that. Firestarter's about the same speed, so yeah, we'll swap it out. And let's hit the mech bay. Check out our new Vulcan. Okay, so it's come kitted out with gear. Strip the AC2 for sure. I mean, I'm vaguely tempted. We've got the Defiance LBX2. So that's like an SRM4 double plus. Much heavier than that. Also got a longer range. Let's pull all of these. What have we got to work with? Let's max the armor. That leaves us not very much. But I think it's quite reasonable to max that armor. Let's have a look at this. So we get bonus support weapon range and a couple of chevrons of melee hit defense. Seems reasonable. We can probably pull a couple of the jump jets. We can't put any form of gyro on this though. That's not so good. If we max out the support weapons, we can put... Yeah, I think we want plus 10 damage across the board. So those small lasers plus 90 meter support range. So we go out to 180 meters. And we can put plus 10 damage medium laser on because we've got loads of those. So you go, your optimal range is 180. So actually when you're gold, we can still find support weapons. So that's pretty reasonable. So if we drop that, so we've got 3 tons left. So actually we may as well keep the jump jets. Oh, we could arm mod, couldn't we? That's the other thing. 3 tons plus 60 melee damage. Well, there we go. So with a move of 6, what's our melee like now? Melee, I should say melee. 110, so we get up to 170. If I can squeeze in another arm mod. So we pull the jump jets. We rely on our movement speed. And we've got to tweak a little bit of armor off. What is our durability at the moment? 840. We do have another one. 1 ton, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. It's half a ton. And then another half ton. 1, 2, 3. Up these. So So, when this guy punches someone for 170 damage, it then also does 120 damage of small laser fire. That's pretty crazy. Let's have a look at it. Definitely a kind of scarecrow looking mech, isn't it? Yeah, let's go for that. Got a sandblasted look.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Well, I'm going to give it a run out. It's going to get its chance on Vard, I think.
Job's done, Commander.
So where are we? Well, okay, we're at Vard, so. Oh, we can just flat out buy an annihilator. Well, that's pretty special. And there's 3 bits of Atlas 2. Wow. Yeah, there's just a bit more here, isn't there? There's everything. Oh man. We might be spending all of the money we saved up. Right, well, here we go. So what I've got to work out is when I buy this thing, I've got a not very good Cyclops that I can trade in. And the not very good Cyclops is the Q. So we'll replace the Q. Okay. As you were. Mercenaries, the game. In the middle of the afternoon, you find Rover hunkered in the arcade playing Mercenaries, a tie-in to the popular Hollywood show. Who's Rover? I don't think I use Rover that much. No, I've not used you at all yet. Fine. Commander, have you played this game yet? Maybe it touches a little too close to home. See, I'm managing my own mercenary company in the periphery. Over his shoulder, you see charts and data and little icons representing all the mechs at his disposal. You flash back to Darius's recent rundown of monthly expenses. I'm a bit stuck. What do you think I should do? I'm going to send Rover to the training modules. Rover, you're never going to make it to as a mech warrior if you're goofing off playing make-believe mercenary. Get your ass in the training modules and learn some real skills. Looking chastised, he apologizes and hurries out of the arcade. He doesn't even pause to log out of the game. Once you get the screen, you see it's only a couple more days until his blackjack is refitted and his best mech warrior is healed up, and there's one more juicy contract available in this system. Okay, gains 200 experience. That's fine. Financial report. We just keep things as they are. We've maxed out morale, plenty cash, and we've arrived at Vard. Well, let's go and buy that new annihilator.
Looks like we've arrived, Commander.
Right, we've got 43 million. Let's not bankrupt ourselves going shopping. So yeah, we're just buying an annihilator for 10 million. Bargain.
New battle mechs available.
The annihilator is an extremely rare mech that is essentially a mobile siege tower. It can kick out more damage than almost any other unit on the field. It's unbelievably slow though, and poorly armored for its size. And we're replacing the 10Q. Okay. So this can carry more energy weaponry, which makes it interesting. It won't come with any of the cool stuff that normally would come kitted out with. We have enough
New equipment
to be able to
available.
buy it though.
New equipment available.
Okay, and there's various mech parts. So ER small laser plus plus. 150. So that's going to go out to even more range. And yeah, plus 10 damage. 40 damage going on the Vulcan, isn't it?
New weapon systems available.
Plus ammo and damage. I'm not really using flamers. Narc beacon. We are using that.
New weapon systems
And
available.
Donald PPCs. I feel like I've got quite a few of those. Yeah, 7. So probably enough. So the gyro plus plus is worth a bit. So we're not selling the hit defense gyro. Still the stability ones. And that'll do for now. So yeah, we've only got 1 8Q. Probably sell 1 and 1. But yeah, given that I'm going to be out looking for a Warhammer Marauder now, I could probably leave myself with one of those. I think I've got an extra quick draw kicking around as well. Oh, and yes, some Thunderbolts. Got to be careful I don't sell my last mech. Alright. It's fine. So we still got 33 million after that spending spree. So let's have a look at this Annihilator. And now we can just use it, can't we? We don't have to refit it, we can just use it as is. Oof, armor's only 1,000. We're keeping this way back. Okay. So we're definitely refitting it. Plus 20% ballistic damage. So that means that these regular AC-10s that it's got and pop a cockpit. Let's just head out there with it. and then we'll work out how we tweak it afterwards. See what I didn't do. Hit view mech and pick a paint scheme for it. Gotta get used to doing that now. It looks a little goofy, doesn't it? Have a look. Change the patterns up. Yeah, we'll go for that more kind of even model look, I think. Cool. So we're going to put a Tactics 9 pilot in it with Bulwark and Sure Footing. And keep them out of the line of sight. Let's have a look at our contracts. We should have a fair few available to us, hopefully. Okay, or not. We've got one. Three Skull Battle in the Tundra. Fair enough. Go Max Salvage. 312. We get a bit of cash. Versus Pirates. Not the end of the world. So yeah, let's swap Medusa in to the Annihilator. And yeah, we're still not sure what these Gauss rifles do. What's a 5ST? But I have to find out. I'm sure there's going to be a dev diary written about that soon. Oh no, I should have done with Riptide. I should have stuck him in the Vulcan. Taking that out for a spin too. Next time. We'll use the Vulcan to scout. Oh, I didn't put any headgear in the Vulcan either. Give it a rangefinder. Okay, this is where the satellite pictures showed the hostile lance touching down. Move up and make contact. Let's see what we're dealing with. Expect serious resistance. Oliveira out, so
Time to get paid.
not a whole lot of cover. Now there's apparently new contracts in the mix with some unusual twists. So
I'm walking here.
contracts that feel like ones we've done before may suddenly have a sting in the tail. It's got to be a little bit cautious. Oh, this looks like a horrible hill to walk up. Is there an alternative? We're right in the middle of this pretty large map. I feel like maybe we should cut across and work our way up here. If we're doing that, then we're running this way, right?
Moving to position.
Go, Steiner Scout Lance.
Heads up, Commander. You've got
Okay.
hostile contacts inbound.
40 ton. And 20 ton. Okay, so this is not
Well, I got a sensor trace.
the most terrifying ambush in the world. Locust 1M, reduced armor. Single medium laser is unlikely to trouble Eck. But he does have vision on us now, so... Oh, there's an assassin. That's new. Try and get me 3 pieces of that.
Light damage, Commander.
Alright, round to us.
Standing by.
Eck, would you be so good as to make me an
Moving to
assassin?
position. Confirmed.
There we go.
Tango down.
I do have a 60-ton net coming in. That's a rifleman. Even better.
Orders.
So, Duke, you're not gonna really be able to headshot
Ready for
something
orders.
for me. So, if you could squish this locust.
Giving him everything I've got.
Oh, there goes the pulse laser. And there goes the locust. And our frame rate altogether.
Might be some good salvage there.
It's a lot of damage numbers flying around. Just, they're still going, they're still going. Okay, we're done, we're done. Alright. There were 2 PPCs over there, might be a Warhammer.
Standing by.
Medusa in the Annihilator. Yep.
Location confirmed.
Ah, we don't have the resolve for precision strike, and I do want all the parts of that rifleman. That's a 280-10s. It's the variant. The war brace. And we've got 80 tons coming up the hill. And that's an 8Q.
Light damage, Commander.
Something I can do.
Alright, so Riptide can move up, but only target that rifleman, which we want intact. So we're going to brace here.
Oh, it's on now.
So I think that's a Centurion down there. Mm, 55 tons. Could be a Shadowhawk. Maybe a
Showing
Kintaro.
minor damage. Light damage, Commander.
Alright. So, Eck.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see. Move up a bit. Can we move up and stay in cover? And the answer to that is no. Or maybe.
On my way.
Yeah, just about. Okay. See if we can get that rifleman cockpit. Yep, there we go. Head destroyed.
Hostile eliminated.
It's 3 rifleman parts. If we want them. There's a 70 tonner. It's the Marauder, I think, isn't it? I think it must be the Marauder.
Commander.
Can you get vision, Duke? You can. Yeah, we'll reserve with you. And there's that 8Q.
Showing minor damage.
All right. Well, that king crab is taking a little bit of a beating, but is managing okay.
Yeah?
The Riptide. If we move, you can't see anyone. What if you sprint? If you sprint, we can.
Position confirmed.
But I want to waste the resolve. So Medusa up here. Yeah, we get into gold range.
Coordinates received.
Let's unleash the firepower of this Annihilator then.
Affirmative.
That'll do.
That's a kill.
Okay.
Good to go.
Duke. Yeah, let's adjust rounds and brace. We'll let them come to us.
Everything you've got.
There's a Centurion. And yeah, Riptide. He can take a beating. And there was a Kantara down there.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Okay, and a Wolverine. Okay, so we've got it
They will
back
be done.
here. I kind of feel like actually no, we can contribute, can't we? Because like 250 damage is enough, for example, to drop this Wolverine with no damage reduction on it. Oof. Yes, but you need to not miss for something. Okay, that goes for Duke, who's now got some impaired sensors.
Minimal damage.
But can we see that yet? No, we can't.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, we can if we move here.
Roger that.
And there's a Warhammer. 70 tons. Looks cool. But we can't head cap it with Duke, so let's see. I think we're probably okay to multi-target here. Oh, everything feels really sticky in terms of the responsiveness. Okay, so A, I'm feeling is getting the LRMs, and B's getting the lasers.
I copy.
Enough of these will hopefully scatter to that center torso. Oh, maybe not. $15 damage there. Okay, Medusa, what can you do? Who are you in range of? Oh, you are in range of that Warhammer?
Position confirmed.
Alright, come on. We need a new Warhammer.
I copy.
Gotcha.
Hostile removed.
This is just insane. Okay, and Riptide. Let's put that Wolverine away.
Roger that. Hostile eliminated.
Oh yeah, and then we're an ace pilot as well, aren't we? Well, because we can,
On my way.
we'll shift one,
Outstanding.
gain a chevron.
Do this.
Losing armor.
Alright.
Commander,
Heck, I just bleed off some steam.
racing for impact.
Duke, we'll reserve with you. Medusa,
Aye, aye.
just unleash the absolutely ridiculous firepower of the Annihilator again, please. God. It's just
Target neutralized.
absolutely nuts. Alright.
Good to go.
Duke, let's flatten this Kintaro and watch the frame rate disappear.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Commander.
And Riptide, let's just finish him off.
Piece of cake. Mech warrior. Show 'em what you get.
Okay.
Mission successful.
I mean, that felt more like a 4-scar. What, that ambushing lance? I guess it wasn't too heavy. It did have an assault mech in it. But it also had a locust and an assassin. So we're only getting 3 salvage. Oh, we actually blew up enough of that assassin. There was only one piece of it left. But we did get 3 Warhammer parts, and I think that's what we're going for. Yeah, I don't see anything that was going to make me change my mind. We got the assassin part and the rifleman part 2. And we snagged that Kaliyama AC-10. Not a bad day at the office. Okay, so there's nothing else for us to do here, is there? No. So what I should do is tinker both with the Vulcan and with that Annihilator. The Vulcan, so equipment we need in the cockpit. Thinking a rangefinder. We got our scout mech. Oh, the area sensor lock is 6 tons. Otherwise, I was thinking might be worth running in this as like a dedicated scout mech. But the rangefinder is pretty good, and we have the option of running the ER small laser. Does just 40 damage. With a longer range, so that just gives us a little bit more range, drops the heat efficiency a bit, but that's a little we can live with that.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And let's refit the Annihilator. So what would be good would be the option to have what does this do? This does 20% damage. So the 50 damage AC5s will only wind up doing 60. And this thing's got no missile hardpoints at all. So until I find greater than 50 damage AC5s, which apparently do exist, I just don't have them, this is what I'm stuck with. I do, however, have 4 plus 10 damage AC10s, and they go up to 20%, isn't it? They got to 84 damage each. And that means even through even through 20% damage reduction, you can still headshot people. That's pretty crazy. So we're going to drop 2 medium lasers. We're going to drop the regular AC10s. It's a bit gamey, but we can shift AC10 ammo into the legs. The heat sinks can crit pad for them as well. Drop the standard medium lasers. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Equipment. We can cockpit mod for hit defense gyro. And we can stick a +2 injury resist cockpit mod on. And that leaves us 4 tons, and we want to max armor, I think, for those 4 tons. Which gets us to 1320, which is still pretty lightly armored. What if we dump these heat sinks? So these are only 12. It's 48 heat. And we will sink 42. So that's fine. We can stick a couple of plus 10 damage medium lasers on as well. So that would be 72 heat. And we can max armor some more. What do we get to then? 1480. So more lightly armored than any of our 100-ton mechs, but not bad. So let's see. These down to round numbers. So we drop down to, I think, 100 there. And 75 and 75. 100. 225 there. So how does that look? 140 on the arms and the legs, 200 on the side torsos, 225 in the center. So a ton of AC-10 ammos as well. It's only 10 rounds, isn't it? No, 8 rounds. So let's dump 2 heat sinks and the 2 medium lasers. And this thing is purely for headshotting. One, two, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. 1 ton over. 2, 4, 4, 2. Everything now is at 1640, so we're up into the about the sort of range. And the point of this thing is just firing these AC-10s. And we've got yeah, 24, 48 rounds. So we've got 12 rounds of firing. with every shot fired a potential headshot, even through 20% damage reduction. I mean, yeah, that feels pretty good. I think I'd prefer it if these were the 55 damage AC5s, and we could squeeze another one of those in maybe. But that still feels like a pretty terrifying mech to me. I mean, it got Medusa a few kills in the last mission, and that was unmodified. And now it's going to be able to shrug off pretty much everything the Op4 can throw at it and just keep getting headshots. Right, so we only had the one thing on Vard, which is a shame. It's research on Quimberton, and it's 3.5 skull. 3.5. So if we're going to Bromhead, mining. So mining is where you get new autocannons from. Okay, so let's go to Zanzibar. It's only 2 skull. Oh, Bromhead's a mining world as well. Okay. So if we go to Bromhead, we will tag 1, 2 systems we haven't visited before on the way. There's going to be nothing in the shop on Maldives. But it's a pretty high scale planet, and we will tag those 2 systems as well, and then go here. 21 days is enough time for us to fit out our Annihilator. And we can look at the store in the black market in Zanzibar as we go through and stop if there's stuff we want to buy.
Calculating course now, Commander. Calculating escape velocity.
So we've got our first jump.
Job's done, Commander.
Okay, we're going to Kazoo. And it's just occurred to me actually that we also have some other new tech. So we're in Kazoo, can't do anything to the store.
Welcome to the grease pit, Commander.
We've got a missile weapon, isn't it? We've got a narc somewhere. So what's the narc beacon do? So it's 3 tons, 2 slots. It deploys a homing beacon upon impact, and the attached beacon transmits data to allied units, causing the linked target to receive increased damage from subsequent missile weaponry attacks. Okay, and it needs a missile slot. So potentially I could stick that on the Cyclops and use that in combination with the Stalker and the Atlas. Okay, so let's have a look at the Stalker first. So big question, do we have plus damage of our M15s yet? Yeah, we've got 5 of them. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So have they gone? Plus 2 damage. The Telos ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've got going away from stability and just going for raw damage output on that Stalker.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Now, one of the Kintaras is probably a good candidate for the Narc. Actually, yeah. So let's have a look. We've got the Kinscouto and the Kintara. Let's look at the Kinscouto. The rangefinder. So that SRM4 is only plus 2 damage, so we pull that. And we stick a Narc on. We wind up 1 ton overweight. Do we need Narc ammo specifically? So we pull a medium laser. So maybe we pull that medium laser. And that one is and we got this arm as like a shield side. We've got a plus 4 damage SRM here. So yeah, that implies that I need Narc ammo. And it's not going to work without it. Maybe I'll back out of that. The Kintara is definitely not a bad idea, I think, for sticking that Narc beacon on, making the Stalker more effective. Alternatively, we could do it with the Cyclops. Okay, let's run the clock. We're going to get to Zanzibar next and have a quick cheeky look in the black market. And we stop there. The store. Okay, so there's another Annihilator for sale, an Ultimate T, Cyclops. No Atlas 2 parts, sadly. More King Crab parts. Okay, ER medium lasers. So it's 1 ton, 45 damage, 20 heat. I mean, that's pretty good. That's like a 1 ton large laser that's slightly hotter. And yeah, we've got the LBX-10 Narc beacon. Good heat exchanger. Yeah, it might be worth stopping off for the stuff that's here in the shop. That heat exchanger alone could be worth a layover, and there's lots of other things here. Yeah, there's just a lot more in the shop that's good for shopping.
Bio command.
All right, so we're going to land on Zanzibar.
I wrapped up that job you asked for.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
Work orders are ready. So we already have an Annihilator. I don't know that I need to buy a second one. I think we will get those.
New weapon systems available.
Money's not really an issue for us.
New weapon systems available.
And Infernos are very tempting.
New weapon systems available.
As is a shotgun thing, so what's 12 damage times 8? So it's like 96 damage. Packed into 10 tons. 10 heat. Damage scatters, obviously, but that's pretty good.
New weapon systems available.
And yeah, it's just a one thing. Let's get another Narc, just because it will replace one we
New
lose.
weapon systems available.
The normal PPC. Get SRM6.
New weapon systems available.
And the cool heat exchanger.
New equipment.
And I still don't see the point of targeting systems, right? I'm beginning to feel like the only way to see if the Narc actually does need its own ammo. Is to try it out. Okay, so yeah, we don't have anything saying that we need ammo. And then if I pull one of these, we're under tonnage, which is fine. We put the Infernos in. over tonnage, but the Infernos must have integral ammo because it's not complaining at me about not having ammo. Whereas if we put the Narc beacon on, yeah, I get the require ammo problem. So we've got to find some Narc ammo before we can use that. So, final offer is just using 2 medium lasers at the moment. And we stick the ER medium lasers on that. Yep, no problem. I mean, the heat efficiency is just going down and down and down. But, yeah, we're sinking 42 heat. What's our Alpha Strike output now? Yes, 86. All right, not so heat efficient anymore.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And the king crab, we already have a basic exchanger. What happens if we put in a really good exchanger? Probably have to take out a heatsink or two. Two tons. So we're 2 tons overweight now. We can drop 2 heat sinks. And I think it's worth it because we would only be sinking 36. Yeah, think about the exchanger there. Might be a better use for it later on. All right, what contracts do we have? No, seriously, guys, what contracts do we have? We want to know. Okay, so we've got Federated Suns, Escort, Urban Mission. Okay, so this versus Capellan, so it looks like we'll be escorting a Demolisher, which could be fun. Infamous War Criminal. Yeah, Davian leaders falling behind on payments for armored vehicles. And a secret Capellan facility should be abandoned. Well, there's decent payouts for some of these, so yeah, it won't be the end of the world. A bit of a waste in terms of the time we travelled here, but we wanted to get that new loot, and Morley's only 15 days away, and then we can hop from there to Bromhead and see what we can get. Anyway, that's it for now. I've got to turn in, but we'll be streaming again tomorrow morning for a bit, and then at lunchtime. So, hope if you've been watching, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and Until next time, take care. And if you've got heavy metal yourself, I hope you enjoy it.